Hi, it's Coach Eaton here. I just wanted to give you guys a quick video and go through the information for our Spring Wrestling Club. This video, obviously, if you're accessing it, I've put it on the YouTube site and given you a link. I'm going to go through the document that goes over behind me on this the starboard here. Go over the document, some of the questions and information you may have if your son or daughter wants to join our club. First of all, I've linked a couple of articles on our website kind of telling you why should I wrestle freestyle, why should my son or daughter wrestle freestyle Greco. So, I'm encouraging all of our kids, especially our high school age kids, to wrestle freestyle and Greco. We want them to get more mat time. We want them to open up their repertoire, have a lot more actual technique that they can use. You're going to see that in general, a freestyle Greco match a lot more free flowing, but high scoring, and so you're going to see that the techniques we use in freestyle and Greco-Roman, but specifically freestyle, a lot of them can be used and will be used in the folk style season next year. So lots of different reasons, but we want our guys to be wrestling year round and get them more mat experience and help develop a little more, a higher level of wrestling on the mat. So I'm going to go through a couple things. So as I go through this, if you develop any questions, feel free to contact me via email or even call my cell phone number or text me. So first of all, the schedule. We're going to be practicing every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday from 4:30 to 6. That's at our high school wrestling room. And the address and all that is there. There may be some days that we don't practice on that schedule. We tweak it depending on if we have something special. Like next week we have our high school wrestling banquet on Thursday, so we might not then. So you'll see how those dates may be omitted. When looking at this practice schedule, the practice dates are like typically in April 6th, 7th, 9th. That should be a Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. In parentheses, in bold and underline, that's usually your local tournament. So what I've encouraged our wrestlers to do at the high school level is, if you can see, there's at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a state tournament. So there's 6 local tournaments and a state tournament. We'd like our guys to go to 4 of the local and then also wrestle in the state tournament. So they don't have to go to every one, but our goal is to try to hit 4 local tournaments and then the state tournament. So I'll scroll down to the next screen. Okay, some of the things that are needed. First and foremost, I'm going to show you that in a slide a little bit later here, is they'll need a USA Wrestling card. This gives them their insurance and allows them to basically qualify to wrestle in these events. It's approximately $40. I'm not sure what it is right now. I have to actually order my new ones too. But USA Wrestling card. As far as singlets, all of our wrestlers that wrestle at the high school and even middle school level, that singlet they purchased in the team pack that is predominantly red, that is okay to use. They may down the line have to get a blue one as well. I'll find out this first local tournament, but that red singlet they use that you purchased, they can use that, the Lovejoy one that's red and black. So that's something that may not have to be purchased. Personal gear, you can read it. Main thing is they need workout gear. They need their own shoes. They need their t-shirt, shorts, obviously singlets we talked about. But the only other thing really is they're going to need mouthpieces if they have orthodontist work, braces. They'll need headgear. If your son or daughter is born 1999 or later, typically that's probably a freshman or sophomore, they have to wear headgear. Only the junior division, and we'll talk about weight divisions later, only the junior division does not have to wear headgear. So they need their own headgear as well, so that's important. Any other things they might see, so you can see that. So if you have questions, look at that document, get back to me. Here's just a couple websites. These are a little older links, but they probably work. But in case you're what you're looking for a singlet, they could get a reversible. If your son or daughter does not have a singlet of their own, buying a reversible red-blue singlet is probably a good way to go. Get one singlet and really access two. But here's just kind of some information on what to get. Get a higher cut singlet, what they call fielded. Most of the ones made now are that way. But if you have any questions, look through that and give me a holler about that. Here is the local schedule. Okay, you'll notice there is a tournament this weekend on Saturday. I don't think we're ready to be there for that one, but we're going to hit that next one at Coppell on April 4th. But you can see where they are. There are some to be announced, but local schedule with about 6 local tournaments and the state tournament with a Body Bar Invitational, which is a very good women's event. So we want our women to attend that down in Irving. All local events. If your son or daughter's been wrestling at the middle or high school level, you probably haven't noticed this, but our coaches, myself, Coach Quentin, Coach Villarreal, we have registered your child for every event. Now, looking at this page here, okay, you'll have to go and register your kids for that event through Track Wrestling. It'll say in there, you go through there and you can kind of register, but trackwrestling.com, and you'll see there. So it is going to be kind of incumbent upon you. I'll remind you, but if your son or daughter is going to wrestle this Saturday or next Saturday, you have to go on Track Wrestling and register them. It's a pretty simple process, but you need to do that. So that's kind of something that the coaches did in the folk style season, that now it's the student or the wrestler or the parents going to need to do that. How to register for a USA card. So I'm going to just click on this and show you real briefly. If your son or daughter's had a USA card last year or previously, then if you have that number, it's a lot easier just to pull all your information up again. All you have to do is just pay again for the next year. But if you are a first-time user, you're going to have to enter all your address and personal information. I'm just going to click and just show you real briefly. So you go to themat.com, okay? Look over here. Hopefully you can see this, but you go over here at membership, okay? On this far left, you're just going to click on membership there, and then purchase membership. It's going to bring you to this screen right here. So on this screen, like I said, if you remember your USA Wrestling ID, you can plug that in here and you just return, and you've got all that information already in the system. Don't have to mess with it again. But if you're a new account, which a lot of you probably are, click here to create a new account. You're going to, and I'm not going to go through this full screen, but you can see you're going to have to enter a good deal of information, just kind of putting it in. You just put in freestyle. As far as the club name, I don't know if we can just type in Lovejoy, but you're going to have to add all this in. It's going to bring you to several screens. So that's what you have to do, is create the account and then choose and then add your athlete's name, whoever that may be. So that's something you're going to probably have to do if you haven't done that before. So that's how you get your USA Wrestling card or membership. Okay, so we'll make sure you do that. Okay, so that's how you register. There's a link directly to that page, to the that page I brought you to, just kind of maneuvering. So, rule book. There's a link to the rule book. What they do typically every year. Just, I'm going to give you a more concise version. You can see how I say that section's forthcoming. I've asked one of our wrestling officials locally to help me out. He usually gives me one. This is the link to the rule book. It's always the year behind, so it's the 2014 rule book. We use it for the 2014-15 season. I'll discuss and go over this with you. Maybe I'll probably be in the works of making a new video for you that shows some technique. But if you wanted to look through it, but it's about 180 pages, so I mean, not that all apply to what we're going to be doing, but you can kind of look at that. That's the rule book. And then finally, when we talk about spring wrestling, we're going to have a couple camps, so I put these two in here as well. Our local Camp of Champions that we do at Lovejoy, it is June 22nd to 26th. That's open for all incoming kindergartners all the way up through high school seniors. That's a great camp where we've got a good group of clinicians coming in again. And so there's a link to the flyer that's on our website. It's out there on the Lovejoy ISD website. But that's a great camp. I think an early, I believe, I can't remember the exact date, but to get that early application fee, get a discount for doing it early, is by May 1st possibly, so that'll save you at least $10, I think, so that's worth it. We are going with our incoming, let me just scroll down, whoops, one went too far. Oh, I lost that. Let me go back on that. 1 second, I'm going to pull that back up for you. Okay, so we are going to be attending the Rocky Mountain Wrestling Camp with our incoming 8th through 12th graders. Anybody that wants to go. A lot of you help donate a lot of time on that Saturday and Sunday of our first of our spring break at that Texas Brute Challenge. So we're going to try to use that money to get our charter bus, but you can, if you want to register, it kind of talks about it right here. Please let me know. I need to get numbers so we can fulfill that charter. But the cost is $240 if we turn in the $20, or excuse me, if you turn in your application by April 15th, it's actually $20 cheaper. So $220 would be a great deal. I'm going to get you more information on what to do, but I would encourage you to sign up soon. Tell me by April 10th if you are going to have your son or daughter going with us, and we'll get more information on that. But that's the team camp at Western State University in Gunnison, Colorado. So you can click on these links and it's going to take you there, kind of show you the website. There's an online registration link. You know, here's the website as far as going to there, just kind of first page there, but you can see the Rocky Mountain Wrestling Camps. Click on whatever form you want to do. Easiest to register online, okay, but just make sure you let me know via email that your son or daughter is going to be going, hopefully by April 10th, so we can kind of know that list. So that's the Rocky Mountain Wrestling Camp. So I hope this helps you out. Look for another video with some wrestling techniques. We'll have a couple of our wrestlers in the wrestling room. We'll show you some scoring techniques that makes it different from freestyle to folk style, and then also to Greco-Roman. As always, if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me, either email or cell phone. Thanks so much.